How we doing, folks? The old Cougar here. It's just a couple of battles here that I had last, and I've picked up a couple of pointers that I want to discuss. It's mainly in the state of Blitz at the present time, disregarding any of the community aspects that have been going on, right enough those aspects that did transpire, I wouldn't say were community based in any positive manner, but we'll bypass that topic very quickly for obvious reasons. But yeah, the state of Blitz that I've found just now, as an older player and a long-term player on the EU server, the switch over to CIS merger when it happened, due to the demographics and the populations of the countries that come in, has seen a major change in not only the meta that was used in the game, but the tactics and the way the games were played completely changed. It was alien to a lot of players, especially the European players, the European EU server based players. But we adapted over time to a certain degree until it got to the point where we realised there was something a little bit more than just tactics and stats and tank capabilities on the go in regards to when the merger happened. I'm sure plenty of you seen that the tank that you used to love playing became absolutely useless when it came up against the same tank and a CIS based player. But yeah, we'll bypass that quickly as well. Now, one thing I learned in regards to the game itself was the mention of crew skills. Over the last, oh God, forget how many years, but over the last so many years, we've all had the task of grinding crew skills up from the mastery level 1 through to mastery level 7, which adjusts everything that your crew does in the tanks that they play in. Reload speed, your drive speed, your turret turn speed, your aiming speed, your camouflage rating. Oh, there's many things. You know, your fire trained crew, your repair crew. It all adds little differences to your tanks when you have them fully mastered from level 1 through to level 7. Let alone the fact that you start at 50% or 75% or 80%, at 90%, 100%, using your crew booster tickets that you can pick up, or using credits and gold to advance it quicker from 50 to 75 to 100. If you've got the spare gold and the spare credits, do it. It makes a big difference. But once you've got your crew skills mastered, i.e. through levels 1 to 7, that makes even bigger changes, and you'll see the benefit of doing that throughout the game. Now, my belief is that they're dropping the 50, 75, 100% crew skills levels when you get a new tank, or you grind a new tank. From now on, the tanks are going to start with 100% crew skills. I hope they keep the mastery skill levels on the go, because there are tens of thousands of players out here who spent credits and gold advancing those crew skills up. Not forgetting the fact that we spent tens of thousands of hours grinding those crew skills. So if that all changes, no, I wouldn't say that was a good move. If they keep the mastery skills, yes, I accept that. But spending your credits and your gold to get 100% crew skills when on the tank when you buy it or grind it is different. The other thing I want to talk about just now is I've noticed some of the crates that are coming on sale now, they're not offered for gold as often. 90% of the time it's now hard cash. And some of these prices are a little bit confusing. I know there's inflation and what have you, But last week or the week before, I think the Camp Wagon 70 was for sale for £24.99 UK pounds. But yet a year ago, it was sold for 18. Now it was shown with a special offer, 80% off, with a £78 price mark. I've never seen the Camp Wagon 70 sold for £78. Queries. The other thing that I've noticed is the changes now in the CCs that we've got on, mainly in YouTube. We've lost a lot of the old original CCs, like some Martin Dogger work is taking him off the game as more often than they allowed beforehand. Likes of Skate, married with kids now, so real life changes things. Even Bushka's doing PUBG as well as Blitz. You're making money at it. That's what a business is for. That's what you do. And if you get contracts and sponsorships, then instead of doing 100% Blitz, you do something else. But we've got other CCs who have showed up over the last year or two, and they're jumping up through the ranks, mainly because they're live streaming. Some of us just don't do the live streaming. We can play live games and talk through them as they play, but it's still not the same as watching them or seeing their face. I don't know what this face reveal has to do with someone being better than the other in regards to gaining subs and support and all the rest of it. But it changes. Like Sir Fugit, he doesn't do as much now. Armoured Pants doesn't do as much now. I haven't seen Armoured Pants for about 2 years, 3 years maybe more. Roland Swan was on again, but again, work, real life work. I mean, he's got kids, married with kids, so I mean that takes time up. But again, he's one of the CCs that you had a great knowledge, information in the game. Decent player. When you watched these games, you always picked up hints and tips, as you did with the other CCs. But there's smaller CCs out here who produce decent material. Junction 6, Mr. Schnitzel, the Blitz guys, Major Hawkins, PT Blitz. These guys produce content, and it's not all Blitz, but the likes of Junction, he does a different subject on a Sunday. It's usually Ren or something like that. Still interesting to watch. You've got Dulwini, who you'll see a lot of his replays on some channels, but he also has his own channels with him and his wife do food stuff or craft stuff or something like that. It's all something different to watch. But the subs they're getting are low. But the streaming CCs, I don't know what it is. What's the difference between someone playing a replay or a live game but not live streaming, where hints and tips and gameplay can be picked up and it's not recognised, or it's not promoted by either YouTube or even Wargaming themselves on their community contributors channels? It's always a select few, and it's the ones that get the bigger, higher subs. I don't figure it out. Not that it bothers me, I'm too old to give a monkey's But yeah, there are a lot of guys out there putting a lot of hours in producing material, and it's not getting seen enough. We really need to start coming together as a community and helping everybody out, helping them with hints and tips on the game, helping them see how to play a specific tank, learning the tricks and trades of the game. It needs to be looked at and it needs to be supported more. But going back to crew skills, as I was discussing earlier on, you've got mastery levels from level 1 through to level 7. You've got your lights, your mediums, your heavies and your TDs. Now once you've trained a specific aspect of crew skill in a TD, that comes into effect for all your other 3 style of tanks, your heavies, your mediums and your lights. So if you do camouflage and you get it up to level 7 and you've got 21% increase in your camouflage rating, then that helps your light tank, your medium tank and your heavy tank. Your repair crew getting trained up repairs all the repairs that you need in your heavies, your mediums, your lights. The crew skills combine between each style, each type of tank. So training it in one tank actually affects the conditions and the game style of your other tanks. It's not just that one field. It's not just you train all the lights and that just sticks to your lights. It works in your mediums, your heavies and your TDs. It takes time, and you can increase it by using some of your free XP that you've got, rather than spend gold or credits differently from your 50, 75, 100. But it's worth concentrating on. I did a video of a few years back, and I re-released it again last year, specifically discussing what each crew skill did. Fugits did one, Bushka did one, Martin Dogger did one. I think there's about 5 or 6 good videos out there. Now, as you can see from here, in my Silent Cougar account, these are all level 7s. I mean, it took a good long time to get them all through to there. Lots of hours played, lots of crew XP used to get it to that level for all. But old Renegade account that I did the Ace Challenge in, the crew skills were only about level 4, level 5, level 6. I didn't get them all up to level 7. But now that I've swapped over and restarted doing the NA server, doing the Ace Challenge on there, it's again crew skills and credits because it's a free to play account. They are at levels 3s, 4s, 5s. I don't think I've got any at 6 yet. But once these crew skills are trained up, it affects the actions in the tanks that I play, whether it be a heavy, a medium, a light or a TD. So have a look at your crew skills and see what you can do with yours, and see how better it is for your tanks and your gameplay and your damage results at the end of the game. Have fun, folks, and as always, stay safe out there. Ta-ra.